Stream health. Oh, it's doing things. Okay, I think we might be live streaming now. I think. Maybe.
I'm still waiting for you. Let me go to your channel.
It says I'm live.
I'm trying to go to your channel. Here?
Maybe I should post about this. It's doing things.
Yep. We're in.
We might be live streaming now. Oh,
Weird
that's
that we
weird to
can't
hear
see
myself.
ourselves.
Maybe. Wait, can we see us?
Still waiting for you. Let me go to your
Oh,
channel.
good. The camera's pointing at us.
Yeah.
Can you mute it?
Yeah.
Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it.
You know who's doing it?
I should post about this, right? That's what people do.
Are we going to be able to see comments? Or should I keep that live thing on my phone?
Yeah, we should open it somewhere so we can see comments.
Okay, I'll just keep this open.
If anyone's out
and
there,
paused.
they should comment and say hi.
I'm gonna chat
and that's my
public.
thought.
Howdy, family.
I'm just gonna say talking music live stream.
I posted it. I'll keep an eye on this live chat.
Cool. Did anyone say hi?
I did. I said hi.
Oh, good.
Hello, fellow kids.
Children, humans.
I like how Raina, at Writers Round, when she hosts, she picks like a new thing to say every time. So she's like, "Hey, friends, foes, and other bros," or something. Whatever. Like she comes up with different ways to greet the audience every time.
I love that. For the
Chris
longest
Keith is
time,
here.
I used to obsess about, well, I mean, obsess isn't the right word, but I would always record the between songs part of shows.
Oh yeah.
Because I liked seeing what people said between shows.
Hello, Chris Keith.
Hello.
Do you know Chris Keith?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Well,
Now
hi.
now we
Welcome
do,
to our
I
live
think.
stream. Hey,
How's it
Cato and
going?
friend. Hi, Eric.
Hi. Awesome. Oh yeah, hey.
I'm and friend.
Yeah, this is Evan.
I'm Evan.
But Evan is a music. You want to talk about yourself?
Oh, well, I'm
While I
just I'm
post this?
Cato's friend and intern. 6 people are in. Well, sorry, 5 people are in the chat right now. Or
People are gonna think you're seriously my intern.
Am I not? It's okay. It's okay, guys. She's playing hard to get.
You count if you want to count.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm
I
a
think
musician.
you're better than an intern.
Oh my gosh, I'm a full-blown employee. Let me know when I can pick up my pay stub.
Oh sure,
And,
yeah, that's in the mail.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You can never trust the mail these days.
Yeah, the mail's pretty rough.
Anyway, no, my name's Evan Diamond, and I am a musician, and Cato and I work together, and we're part of the duo Clans and Imes together.
Yeah.
I am the voice. Cato is the everything else.
You're some of the everything else too.
Well, I help.
We were just working on a beat. Right?
Greetings from the north of England. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, north of England.
This whole interacting with the chat thing's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Why is your phone sideways though? It makes it hard to read.
Oh, well, just because I don't know.
Nice.
There you go.
Awesome.
How's England? I've never been, and I want to go.
Oh, hey,
Hi,
David.
David.
David's the one that had questions for
Oh,
us.
perfect.
To help us have something to talk about. I was just looking up your questions.
Hi, SIM card.
Nice. That's a cool name.
I like that.
SIM card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how many people are coming to this live.
Yeah.
I keep telling Cato that she's famous, but she doesn't believe me. Oh, and this is Julian, too.
Oh, yeah, we have Julian here. He's the MVP. He
Yeah.
really makes the music happen.
Yeah. Julian is the like the plus sign in Clans and Imes.
Yeah, he's the plus sign.
Yeah.
He glues it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really good studio assistant, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes he puts his little paws on the front of the desk while we're recording, and he listens. And he's listening very critically.
Yeah.
He really helps me with the top end.
Yeah. He likes to tell you if you're clipping or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you need to do a little more panning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Puts one ear up He's like,
Mhm.
more left speaker, please.
Yeah, he uses sign language.
Yeah.
Mostly sign language.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine how cold England is. I'm from Canada, so I know the vibes. I just haven't been there in a while.
Have you adjusted to the weather here, though?
Oh yeah,
Because I've become a pansy.
I'm a pansy, mostly. I was so cold the other day. I mean, I was frozen. I've been frozen in our apartment. For. What trash can is that?
What trash can
Is that?
I'm stumped.
Yeah. Also, I agree.
Is it the actual trash can? Are they talking about the actual literal trash can?
Or is it me? Am I the trash can?
Or is it...
Yeah, Cato, being around Cato always makes me want to make music.
Mhm.
She's the best.
You're the best. No, you.
This is why we get nothing done.
We could go... look, we get stuff done.
We do.
We just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
We were working on a beat today.
Yes, we were.
Uh-huh.
We had a heat wave here in Boston.
Oh, yeah, 32 degrees. Fun. It got down to 40 at night here the other day, and I was whinging about it. Literal trash can. Yeah, it's one of those ones where you wave your hand over, and then it opens up.
Yeah.
But it's, like, a little defective. It doesn't completely work. Usually it'll open, but sometimes it doesn't. It, like, fails to close.
Mm-hmm. We've reached the niche trash can market.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad that everyone appreciates my trash can.
Hello, also from the UK and from
Yeah.
Texas.
Hey, cool.
And Boston, David said.
Yeah.
Should we go through some of... It was David's questions, right?
Yeah, so,
Oh, and greetings from Venezuela. Wow.
Oh, awesome. Hi.
Hi.
That's cool. I can't believe there are people in the chat. That's
I know.
really cool.
Take that, AJ.
Yeah, AJ was saying he was going to troll us. Although I don't know which one AJ is in there.
He could be SIM
If
card.
he's in there, he could be SIM card. Although SIM card said Texas, so.
Yeah. But maybe he's trolling us.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Who knows? So the curated open mic night community-org. So that's Writers Round.
Yep. So these are questions from David?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think he just wants to know more about it, right?
Yeah. So Writers Round, it's been going on for almost a year. It'll be a year in February.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be at Park and Rec, over in University Heights. Now it's
Which is
at
a
the
bar.
Old Sod. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is also a bar.
Yeah. That's musicians love bars. That's what I found.
Yeah. It's been going well.
Yeah.
I like the bar vibe. Park and Rec was fun though, because there's this whole like outdoor area, and then there's another little like tiny house building, and that's where the show was, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. You went through the garden and into the tiny house, and then you were there.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that.
Yeah, it was more secluded. This way, I mean, I also like that the Old Sod is like you walk, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you. Like you walk through the barn, and then you get into this back area.
Yeah, and there's like that tiny hallway that you walk through, and then all of a sudden you're in a big back area.
Yeah.
Which also has some kind of...
Yeah, it feels like you're going into another
entering
area.
a new space, yeah.
But yeah, it's a great spot for local and like traveling musicians to come through. We've had a lot of like out of town people come and play, and it's 2 open rounds and then a featured round. So basically you sign up online ahead of time, or day of if you can. Sometimes we can do that. That is the most San Diego sounding place ever. Yeah,
we have a lot of like indoor outdoor spaces.
Yeah.
And even the tiny house had like the walls where it's like almost garage door style, right?
Yeah.
Where you can lift it up and then it's very open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was what's your take on AI as a tool and whether or not it could have a societal impact on an artist?
I mean, I think it definitely has a societal impact.
Yeah.
I think a lot of technology, it's like when photography was invented and then all of a sudden the demand for artists that do realistic painting declined, or like the way radio replaced piano sales, right?
Yeah.
I think it just changes things.
Yeah. And it also depends on like the type of AI that you're using, because like, and the type of art you're doing, because we're seeing like a big surge right now with that app like Lensa or whatever, where you can pay $8 and have it render like different art styles, but it's getting fed actual artists' work in order to replicate, and so it's essentially stealing from these artists who
are using it without permission.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and so, you know, some people say that like, well, I'd never be able to commission a piece of art from that person, so I'm going to spend the $8 to do this, but then you're also like, it's not a great argument because you should be like giving something back to the artist instead. So I don't know. I think that
it's a tough one.
Yeah.
I think ideally I would like to see it where it's just another tool that artists use.
Yeah.
And so it can help you maybe do less of the tedious stuff that you don't like, or what have you.
Yeah.
And that's how I would like to see it evolve, but I know it's probably going to affect some people's jobs. And
like working with the artists again instead of like...
Yeah, it should be a tool, not a replacement.
Exactly,
is what I would hope.
Yeah, that's what I would
But
say.
it is kind of wild and crazy and exciting and scary. Audio engineers. I hope not. I don't think so.
I mean, I think that, like, maybe in some respects, like, you can get, like, the mastering and stuff. Yeah. And it's basically just done by a computer, right? Like, they have, like, the LUFs and stuff they know.
Well, to some extent, that's already happening.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, there already is, you can go and spend, if you go through whatever, release agency. I can't remember what it's called right now. That puts your music out, like CD Baby or whatever. A lot of them have these like mastering options, and they're just taking your songs and feeding them into like an algorithm that knows like where your song needs to be for streaming and stuff.
But there'll probably always be people that want to pay a person to do it and have that like human touch on it. Yeah. But it's probably going to make it more competitive, which is kind of scary.
But I don't think that it'll ever, for me at least, like, I mean, I guess who can say with technology, because it's always, like, growing exponentially. But there's something about working with, like, a real person that you can't replace. Like, I can understand the mastering thing to an extent of, like, hey, you're working on a budget, you're already paying this company to release your music, and, like, you've spent all of that money on an audio engineer. Not to say that a mastering engineer is not a necessary thing to do, but if it's like, yeah, I can try this out, maybe, but I don't think that there's ever going to be a replacement for like actually sitting and working with somebody.
And to some extent there are people that would do stuff like that already, where it'd be like, oh, they'll just try to do it themselves or what have you. Yeah. But it probably will cut into that market.
Yeah.
But
Cato, did you use the Avid Carbon audio interface?
No. Nope. I haven't used that yet. I just have I have a Universal Audio Apollo. It's the Apollo 8, and I've had that for a while, and before that I had my 11 rack, which is, it's right here. I don't know. I don't know if you can see it. But
you can kind of see the orange on it.
Yeah, it's right here. So I had that before, and I kind of got this because I knew that I could still use it as a tool after I upgraded the interface, so it was kind of like planning ahead type of thing. And that's all I've had here. Yeah. I've used stuff in other studios, but I don't think I've used the Carbon. Yeah. Do you want to go back to Writer's Round?
Oh, yeah. So it's back to Writer's Round. It's not an open mic. It's like open rounds. So you submit online, and then we pull names out of a hat of the people that submit, and we try to gear the first round towards new people. So we continuously are helping to grow the community. And that's 3 people get picked, they do 2 songs, and then we have 3 other artists that are booked as the featured performers. They get 4 songs and they go second, like in the second round. And they get announced ahead of time, and then there's one more round of people getting drawn, and that's like everybody that put their name in. And
the featured rounds, like what they announce on Instagram. It's like, what is it, at Writers Round SD?
Yeah, Writers Round SD. Yeah. I think it's the same on Facebook.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of talk about like how to balance like how people are picked, right? Like weighing it towards new people for the first round so that it's not as discouraging if you come, you know, because if you come to an open mic and it's like you're week after week after week and you never get called, right? It can get frustrating. And then
and a lot of people have, like, as the community's been growing, a lot of people have been driving farther and farther. Like, we've had people from Ramona and
LA even.
Yeah, LA. I think someone from Alpine, Temecula. Like, so we want to make sure that those people, because that was me when I started in the open mic scene, was like I'd be driving at least an hour to wherever I was going, just because I lived in like a really rural area, and it always sucked to then not get picked and know that I've just driven and spent all that money on gas and, like, you know, I've gotten to see people, but we want to make sure with Writers Round that even if you don't get picked, like, you do feel this sense of community, and so we're always trying to, like, be out there and talking to people and making friends and introducing people, and it's just been great for, like, making connections. I've been playing so many original shows that, like, and showcases that, you know, I haven't played this many original shows in a year, like, ever since, and so Writers Round is a huge part of that.
That's awesome.
We're actually doing a house concert on Saturday. So.
So that's why we're testing the live stream here, because we're going to try to live stream it from, this is my GoPro that we're on, so we're just kind of testing it to see if it works, and if it works well, and hopefully we'll be streaming the show this Saturday night. What's the time that it starts?
It starts at 5. Probably we'll go have the music start at like 5:30-ish, but at least give
San Diego time.
Exactly. We'll try to give the slow pokes time to roll in. So your Instagram is CatoNoise, right?
Yeah, that's my Instagram. Yeah, it's CatoNoise, CatoNoise. Yeah.
How do you compete with top engineers for projects to work on?
I don't know. I just put a lot of creative energy into the projects I do work on, and then I hope that karma kind of works out. And so far, it's working out. It has been a big struggle. Like, starting out was a huge struggle. But I've just kind of been stubborn. Is that a bad answer?
No.
Word of mouth helps too. Like, if you start putting your all into your projects and, you know, trying to put a lot of creative energy into it and trying to do your best, and then people, I think, pick up on that and appreciate that, and then word of mouth really becomes a huge part of it, I think. Or it has for me. And then, like, every gig I've ever gotten in, like, commercial studios or things where it's more like you get hired type of situation, it's been someone from a previous gig recommending me to the new gig, or introducing me to the new, studio manager or whatever. So that, never, you know, like, writing off a gig as something that you don't want to put the effort into is good, because that's kind of like, you never know what might be the next, or who might be the next person to help you with the next gig. So that's kind of the attitude I've taken.
I think we have a question from David.
Let's see, what are David's other questions? Clance and I'm single, the future, and what's coming up. What is coming up?
Well, we were working on a new song today.
We've started a few beats. And
we're gonna be submitting Set the Break to the San Diego Music Awards.
Oh, that's right.
So that's
I've never submitted something where I'm the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do that tonight actually when I get home, because you have to submit, if you don't have like a physical copy, you have to submit through Dropbox, and I don't have a Dropbox anymore, so but
I might have it. Well, I don't know. I might have a Dropbox.
Raina has one. I just have to make sure that she can log in for me.
Cool.
And then I'll email the dude, but yeah, I'm
cool.
excited about that, so we'll see what happens with that. I don't know, I think I would love to like make enough songs in the new year to have like an EP or something out, or put out a couple more
What? Do you have a Discord server? Oh my gosh, AJ. Yes.
But yeah, I think that's kind of the future. Is we're just gonna keep working on it. Yeah, we're excited about it. We should trying not to like put too much pressure on ourselves, because we're both very busy, especially in like the holidays and stuff. Like,
like right now I'm in finals with grad school, and I'm teaching, and I'm doing freelance, and usually I'm like full time, like 9 to 5 with just freelance, and so when I teach it becomes like even longer days, and at least I can do like grad school homework while I teach, but
so
chaos.
Trying not to overwhelm Cato too much.
Yeah.
Do you have a mentor or group of peers you use to solicit feedback for your projects?
I do. Yeah. So so first of all, I'll say the Discord server thing really quick. It's it's through my Patreon, so it's patreon.com/CatoNoise, and we do have a Discord server, and we talk about a lot of stuff on there. We have like a bunch of channels. I can look at it. Everyone's really nice that's been on there. We have like a general channel, ideas and feedback, share for feedback. We have the book club. We're just I finished the book that we're working on right now. I just finished it. Yeah, but we're finishing it this week. And then we have like a NASA channel on there, because a lot of us are NASA nerds. We have a women audio channel on there. We have a bunch of channels. We have plugins channels where we talk about plugins that we like and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. I've been really glad that I started it, because I don't know, I get friends out of it and stuff.
Yeah.
And most of us that are on there are pretty nerdy about it, so I kind of like that.
So that kind of goes along with that question from Alan. If you have a mentor or group. And
then I'm also on Matt Weiss's Discord, and he has like a website that he started a while back. He actually was talking about it in one of my live streams back when I was doing them a little more regularly, the few that I did.
Oh yeah.
But it's like weissadvice.com, I think.
That's pretty good. I like that name.
And I think Eric's on there too. So I don't know who else is on there.
Vinyl box set sounds good. We just
the vinyl box set thing. So I mentioned it was David whose idea was doing the vinyl.
Oh yeah.
Of the show on Saturday. So I think we're gonna try to do it. We're gonna record it, because we have the soundboard. Oh, it's not behind us.
Oh yeah, you moved it.
I can get it out. But I got the soundboard, and I'm gonna do a video on the soundboard. It's the Tascam Model 16.
Yeah.
But it lets you just put an SD card in and then record the live whatever you're doing. You can also hook it up like an interface, which I haven't tested out a ton yet, but I can put a Weiss advice. I can put a link in the description for this video for it if you want to check it out for the soundboard. But
and where'd you get it? Where'd you get that?
I got it from Zounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the link's it's gonna be a Zounds link.
Yeah.
But yeah. I've been really liking the soundboard so far. We actually one night, we've been using it for Writers Round, and so I've been just testing it out as a live soundboard. And one night someone cut the power while the board was still in record mode, and I was like, oh, well, we might have just lost something, if not everything, that we just recorded tonight, which is like, it's fine. The primary thing is the live show, right? We've kind of just been recording it for fun, so we can have it and we can experiment with what we want to do with it. But I went home with the soundboard, and it all finished, like it processed the recording, so it didn't you can cut the power to it while it's recording, and you'll still have the recording up until that moment. So I thought that was kind of cool, or we did in this case at least. Which was cool. And I've been liking the soundboard. It's got like compressor knobs on it, and it has, you know, a simple EQ for each channel. And
the compressor is analog, right? And everything else is digital?
It's probably digital. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
I think it's whatever is the top knob is analog.
Yeah. I'd have to look into it because, I mean, the big difference, right, is digital is just stored in ones and zeros, and analog is variations in voltage. So if they're doing the compressor by running it through certain electrical components, then it would be analog, but I haven't looked.
I just remember we watched a video, or a number of videos before we decided to do this one. And I remember there being something on the board that's analog, which is kind of cool.
It might be the preamps.
Oh, maybe.
If it's just one thing, then it's probably the preamp.
Yeah.
But if it's multiple things, it could be more than that.
What other questions did David have? I think he had like 2 more or something.
Yeah. I've gone rogue on my phone. I'm away from it. Your record, your EP.
Oh, that record's on hiatus for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just figuring some stuff out band-wise, and yeah, so I kind of put it on pause, but maybe we'll get back to it in the new year.
Yeah.
I would like to. We have like a good amount planned out and ready to go. It's just finding the peeps to
yeah. We might have someone that can help.
Oh, that was just Raina.
Yeah.
Julian, chill.
But yeah, we're looking. Are we actively looking?
Yeah, there's a few people that I know that you have a couple people that you've thought of, and I have a couple guys that might be able to help out. But worst case scenario, I will learn how to play all the instruments.
Well, because we need a drummer and a bassist right now, right?
Yeah, but we could keep it pretty simple, and
yeah,
I could probably write something. If
we could put something together if we need to. But yeah, it's kind of on hiatus. We've gotten distracted with the Clance and I'm stuff.
Yeah. We also want to put out. We've been working on some singles of my stuff to put out.
We should have worked on some of that today. We got distracted.
Maybe next week.
At least we're doing stuff.
Yeah. Anyone know about Dolby Atmos views?
I was reading David's comment. Making a record is super easy. Easy and super fast though. Yep.
Yeah, Cato is a drummer.
It takes no effort.
Actually, David. I've been trying to get Cato to join my band for a while, and she did start working on one of the songs, but...
I did. I started transcribing the music.
But, you know, maybe you put a little pressure on her.
I get stage fright.
Yeah.
I'm not a performer.
You don't need to be.
It could be fun, though. I should get into it. I should just start taking drum lessons again, because it'll force me to, like...
We could take drum lessons
practice
together.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun.
I would love that.
You want to do it? Okay, we'll have to find someone.
Okay.
If anyone knows a good drum instructor in San Diego.
Yeah, let us know.
I actually know a couple that might be good, but...
And do you have to have your own drum kit? Because I have one, but it's in storage. I have a drum kit. Well, yeah. But if we were both doing the lessons,
yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I have one as well, but it's just in storage. I've listened to stuff with Dolby Atmos, but it's very intensive to reformat your entire studio.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, is investing in the setup. And so I've kind of used that as an excuse. That might not be the best thing to do, but I've used that as an excuse to not dig into it as much as I should.
I mean, you don't have a ton of time anyway, so...
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to do everything, and then I don't.
Yeah. Because we've talked about, like, when we were going up to NAMM this past year, I was like, oh, maybe you should, like, look into it, and just, like, so that if you were going into a studio that had Dolby Atmos and somebody was, like, requesting it, that you were, like, more familiar with the whole process of it and whatnot. But there are
now I have a computer that might even be able to to process it.
That's very true.
So I just got that the M1 Mac Studio.
Yeah, but there isn't a lot of studios in San Diego right now that are doing Dolby Atmos anyway, so you'd probably end up having to go to like LA.
And I don't know where the demand is in San Diego for that either.
Yeah. It sounds really cool though.
Yeah. Like I've gotten really comfortable with, you know, the stereo music stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. I don't know where the demand is for the Atmos.
Clance and Imes.
Clance and Imes. Just mix it in Atmos. That'd be fun. That would be a good experiment.
Yeah.
We should do another one of the songs like with Set the Break where we like set a timeline and just crank it out. Mm-hmm. That would probably be good.
Yeah. We'll talk. We can figure something out next week or something.
Yeah. Just do it.
What was the other? Was there one more question, or am I losing my mind?
Record pull, but that'd be copyright issues.
We could talk about songs that we like though.
Yeah. What songs are you into?
Recently I've been listening to a lot of Lucy Dacus. Dacus, sorry, is how you pronounce her name.
You went to her concert recently too,
I
right?
did, yeah, a couple weeks ago. So, like, her songs off of her newest record, I really like Hot and Heavy and VBS. Those are some of my favorites. VBS is really cool because there's a part where she sings about, like, listening to Slayer in your bedroom, and, like, the entire track kind of shifts for, like, 5-10 seconds into,
cool.
like, a Slayer sort of vibe.
Awesome.
Of, like, instrumental, and then it's back to the main feel of the song, which I think is really cool. And I love, like, referential stuff like that. And then I've also been into the new Paramore stuff. Been listening to a lot of Paramore recently. The 1975, I went to their concert. And so I've been very into their song When We're Together. And that's like a nice slow jam. I don't know. What do you think?
Cool.
What songs have you been into recently?
I don't know. I have like this liked song list on Spotify, and I tend to kind of just hit play on that a lot. I got into To the Letter by the Palmer Squares a lot recently. It's kind of like hip hoppy something. I'm bad with genres. I kind of like when things are between genres a little too, I think.
Yeah.
So I've been into that. Some of these, I'm sure I'd recognize them if I heard them because I listen to them 1,000 times a week. Let's see, what else have I been into? Oh, I kind of like some Hobo Johnson stuff. It's like
His stuff
more
is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like more poetry type of thing.
Yeah.
But there's like this like a vulnerability to it that I really like.
Yeah.
I love Regina Spektor all the time.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to My Oh My by the Punch Brothers and Barton Hollow by the Civil Wars a lot. I think that was one that like either you or Nick brought up in the studio at one point in like a break.
I think Barton Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I just listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
And then Where You Belong by Little Dragon. I've been listening to that a lot lately. I don't know. Should I be admitting some of this stuff? Frontier Psychiatrist. I started listening to that a lot. You know that.
Yeah.
I started listening to that one a lot again recently. I listened to that in high school a lot. And I like forgot that it existed, and then I got into that again. So that's by the Avalanches. I don't know. I'm like all over the place sometimes.
Yeah, that's me as well. Here's a question. Who was your Spotify Wrapped top artist?
Oh, you know what it was?
Me.
It was Banks.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which I didn't expect, because I thought there was stuff that I listened to way more, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Mine was Mitski.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Cool.
What was
your
what?
The like personality thing that they had?
Oh, I have it saved.
Mine was like Nomad or something.
Mine was really funny. At least it was funny to me. Mine was my audio. Oh no, wait, what your personality thing?
Yeah.
Mine was the devotee.
Oh yeah.
When you love an artist, you really love them. You're quick to support new releases and play your favorite tracks on repeat.
Awesome.
And then my audio day was, my mornings were indie head, soft, relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
My afternoon was tranquil, melancholy, proud. And my nights were pumpkin spice, theater kids, bold.
I love it.
I don't remember if I sent you a video when I got my Spotify Wrapped, and so I was like clicking through the slides, and one of my top songs of the year was our song, The Quids and Ims Set the Break.
Mm-hmm.
So it was playing as I was clicking through the slides, and I was like, that's so cool.
That's cool.
That's us.
Mine didn't play us.
Oh, well. You're too busy listening to Banks.
I guess. Oh, I like Cotton Candy by Spill Tab.
Oh, yeah. That's
That's the one I shared at our record poll that we did.
Yeah.
We did a record poll recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. It's like where you get a bunch of people together, and then I got it from book club, from the This Is What It Sounds Like book by Susan Rogers. And you get a bunch of people together, and everyone basically shares a song, like a recording. So it's record is recording, not like vinyl record or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you just share a song that you like, and so everyone, when it's your turn to share, you get up and you talk about why you like the song, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. I liked it.
Yeah, I had a really good time with it.
Yeah.
That's very cool that you saw Slayer, David.
Oh yeah.
Life changing.
That's cool. Yeah, that's
so
cool.
much.
Oh my gosh, Evan.
What are you live streaming this Saturday? We have a house concert. So
Yeah.
I'm playing
Pull up
our
the
friend
image.
Rachel J and Anthony Phrygia. We are all playing, and Cato's putting it all on. She's sponsoring the event.
It should be fun.
Yeah.
Sponsoring just means I'm like doing sound for it and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a lot of
Do you
fun.
do DJing? I don't. I play guitar and
This is our.
um,
I don't know if anyone can see that. Maybe
Huh.
I shouldn't hold it up. It's on Instagram too.
yeah.
If you go to my my Instagram at CatoNoise,
Yeah.
it's on there. It's the cozy concert with your friends thing.
Yeah. You can also find it on my Instagram, which is
Mhm.
Evan Diamond Music. I play the guitar and I sing.
Mm-hmm.
Cato DJs, kind of.
I'm
Sometimes.
starting to.
Yeah.
I was
she-
DJ Unicorn on Halloween.
I
It was pretty
gonna say,
rad. It was a lot of fun. I'd never DJ'd before, and this DJ that I work with on his music put me in front of his equipment at his house party, and it was a lot of fun. Like there weren't headphones hooked up, and I realized that like I've spent so much time looking at waveforms that I could kind of what I was starting to do after a few minutes was like looking for a track that had like a very simple drum beat, like a really powerful kick with a snare type of thing, and then I would line that up with something that had like more going on, like high-end melody, stuff like that, and then I would kind of like mesh those together, and I realized that I could look and be like, I'd pull up something that'd be more like electronic, like EDM stuff, and I would look for the part in like the intro, for example, where it's just the beat that's leading into something, and I would find that. And apparently you can do that visually, and it usually works out pretty well, and that was a lot of fun. And I got into this weird...
Zone.
Yeah, the zone.
Yeah.
And it was like all of a sudden hours had passed. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I don't know. I was into it. So I want to do more of that.
Hello from Germany. I started playing the guitar when I was 12. I went to a school that was very far away from my house, and so my dad would we'd get up at like 5 in the morning and he would drive me to school, and then he went and worked like another half hour away, so he couldn't pick me up until like a little time after school had already ended, and I was in the 7th grade, and my homeroom teacher played the guitar, and there was a few of us that ended up staying late, and so he was like, hey, you know, if you guys have guitars and you want to come and like bring them to school, and I'll teach guitar like when you guys are waiting for your parents to pick you up. So I convinced my parents to get me a guitar, and yeah, he only ended up actually teaching us like twice, and then that kind of fell by the wayside. So I taught myself a little bit, and then kind of didn't really spend a lot of time on it until I went to university and realized that music was what I wanted to pursue. So like around 18, I started taking it really seriously and like actually practicing and working on the guitar, and now I'm here.
And bam.
Bam! An overnight success.
And you're yawning about it.
I know. Are you happy with Pro Tools at the moment, Cato?
I am. I've sunk so much time and energy into learning Pro Tools, though, that I might not be the best person to ask. I'm probably pretty biased at this point.
I don't know. I had spent less time with Pro Tools than I did with Logic, and liked Pro Tools more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then now that I've spent more like in-depth time with Pro Tools than I did with Logic.
I guess I did something similar. Like when I started undergrad, I tried Logic a little bit, and I tried a couple other DAWs.
Yeah, I just feel like Pro Tools is a lot more user-friendly. Like, you can kind of click around and figure things out. I said Pro Tools, right? Logic is, for me, less user-friendly. Like, I feel like you have to do more, like, looking stuff up. Whereas Pro Tools, it's like, you can figure things out. Like, you might not be able to get, like, in-depth knowledge about it, but...
I always wonder that, because it's like, I've sunk so much time into Pro Tools at this point that it feels like it's more user-friendly to me.
Yeah.
But that's just because I don't know the other software that well, you know?
Yeah.
So I always wonder about that. But, like, I learned Pro Tools just because I was working in commercial studios, and I knew I wanted to work in commercial studios, and that's what pretty much all of them use. So that's why I really went into Pro Tools and not a different DAW.
Yeah.
But there are some things, like, I took lessons in Logic this summer when I started grad school, and there were some features where I would ask about the feature, and the instructor was like, well, I don't think you can do that in Logic. Like, why would you need to do that? And it was all stuff that was specific to working as an engineer. So, like, I have a client in the booth, and I want to set stuff up while they're in there, but I need to be ready to, like, go and hit record immediately when they're ready. And it was that type of thing where it'd be, like, multitasking things that you probably don't really need to do if you're just, you know, working on your own music, but if you're working as an engineer, you kind of need to have that speed and stuff.
Right.
And that ability to multitask. So I guess there's some argument there for why I am still in Pro Tools.
Yeah.
But I like Pro Tools.
What are your thoughts on how companies are moving away from perpetual license to monthly, yearly?
I don't know. I mean, it's a give and take, right? It's, like, easier to have an up-to-date system with that, but sometimes it's kind of annoying. I did perpetual for a long time. I think who it hurts are the people that are like hobbyists or just getting into it, and it doesn't quite make sense to do this monthly subscription. But, like, for me, I'm just gonna keep it up to date at this point anyway, so it's
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it depends on the person. I mean, what do you guys think about it?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Pro musician now started with Cubase in 1998. Moved to Studio One. Eventually, Pro Tools found me.
Pro Tools found you. Yeah. It does make it easier for working with, like, if you want to work with a studio, with an engineer in a studio. It can be easier to collab at that point. Yeah. But now there are so many musicians, like, working in Logic that I don't know. It depends on who you're working with.
Yeah, I feel like every pro, like, studio that I've worked in has used Pro Tools as their main.
It's pretty pervasive.
Yeah, and then but, like, when I was working with Scott, like,
he uses Logic.
He uses Logic. And so, like, that's why I was learning Logic, because I was using his computer. And so, like, we had to, you know, like, bounce things out when we were recording at Capricorn, so that, like, we could send our scratch tracks over. I think we did the same thing for this last record with you, because our scratch tracks were also done in Logic. Like, for the Why Don't You Sit Down?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably then.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't remember.
Yeah, because we did...
Nick might have done that too and sent it to me as a WAV file or something, as a bunch of WAV files.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, because we recorded all the scratch stuff at Scott's.
Yeah. The thing is, it's easy enough now to, like, export, like, track outs.
Yeah. Cakewalk is free. I've never tried Cakewalk.
Oh, yeah. I've heard good things about Cakewalk.
Going more hybrid now. So...
Yeah. Oh, the distressors. Yeah. Zound sent me these, too.
There's the...
I don't know if we can see them. I can't see what the
GoPro
camera's doing.
But
But I am going to do a video with these.
this one is the British one, right?
Yeah, there's the British mod and then the regular one.
Yeah.
But I literally haven't had time to do anything with them yet.
Yeah.
So, but distressors are kind of interesting, so I wanted to do a video where I kind of dug into, you know, how they're made and stuff like that.
Do you have any hardware synths?
I have, I recently got this one, which I'm going to already forget what the model number is. It's the Donner. I've never bought a Donner thing before, but I caved and got this. I got this kind of recently. I just
saw a video on it.
Yeah, I sucked for a video, is what happened to me. But I saw it on the video and I was like, that sounds good. I like it, and then I bought it, and I really like it. I still like it. I'm not like saying that because I don't like it or anything.
Yeah.
So that's one of my newer things that I got. It's just like it's so affordable for what it does.
Yeah.
That's why
I want to get one of those rolly ones.
Yeah, those are interesting looking.
But I think that if I do get some Sweetwater gift cards for the holidays, I'm gonna get the Arturia.
Yeah. I was just watching a thing on that earlier.
Yeah, I love it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I'm making Foley with an SM57. Should I be using a condenser? Is there an inexpensive mic for entry-level Foley and field recording?
Yeah, I think that would depend on what kind of Foley, like what you're doing it for. But yeah, a 57, since it's a dynamic mic, it's gonna have like a different frequency response than something like of like that with Foley. Yeah, I was thinking about like what mics are good. I mean, I love the Aston Spirit one, but that's kind of a little pricier.
How much was the Lewitt?
I don't remember. Lewitts are good though. Lewitts are really good if there's an affordable one in there. And then there's always stuff like the Rode, like the NT1. You know, I don't like the sound of it as much as some other condensers, but it depends on the budget. And that it's pretty good. Like my students use that in the sound booth for the film school where I teach, and their stuff, it sounds good once they know how to get a clean recording and not clip and stuff. I mean, it can sound pretty good.
The MXL 990, that's a condenser, yeah?
I don't remember.
I think it is.
I don't know a lot of the MXL ones that well.
I got that one. I mean, I'm not an audio engineer and have no knowledge of anything, but I think the MXL 990 is a condenser, and I use that for like my.
Do you need phantom power to run it?
Yeah. That's
probably a condenser. Yeah.
And it's like a pretty like sterile sound, but there's not a lot of
it buzzes when we both look at the phone.
Yeah. So I don't know, that's an expensive one. I think I got that for like $90.
Oh, nice.
Because a lot of the MXL mics go on sale for like Guitar Center or Musician's Friend. Like I ended up picking that one from a stupid deal of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think like it's probably normally like 100 something, but you can usually get those for pretty cheap. And I don't know how good they would be for Foley stuff, but I would assume that you'd want something pretty sterile.
Yeah, I usually want kind of a clean.
Yeah.
It kind of depends, but for like a general Foley thing, I'd say kind of clean sounding.
So that could be something to try.
Yeah.
Perhaps, or look into.
Yeah.
The sound's dumbed down, but Cakewalk is the only DAW that lets you put pics on the console view. It makes life easier, at least for me. That is kind of cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
I had to go look at that. I've never seen that.
And then who are some audio engineer creators you follow, recommend?
You follow?
Sylvia Massey.
Sylvia Massey. I love Sylvia Massey. Yeah. I'm obsessed with Sylvia Massey. I just want her to adopt me.
Yeah.
I'm like gonna open my YouTube. Whose video was I watching earlier? Matt Weiss.
What's his name?
Matt Weiss is great. He's really nice too.
From Produce Like a Pro.
Oh yeah, Warren Hewart.
Yeah, Warren.
Yeah, all his stuff and then, all the people that he works with are pretty cool.
The Splice Girl.
Oh.
What's her name? I can't remember. I'm an idiot. She worked with Sylvia.
I'm trying to think of her. Data Child is her username.
Yeah.
I think it's
that's how I know her. So
yeah.
And we've met. And I'm like.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah. Chrissy, yeah.
Yes. I wanted to say Chrissy, but
she's at Data Child on Instagram.
Her
she's
stuff
great.
is really cool.
And then there's Mini Music too. She's MINYMUSIC Music. She's really cool. She's one of the Splice Girls too. We call them the Splice Girls. I don't know if they're allowed to call themselves the Splice Girls though, because of
I think
possible copyright. I don't know.
Andrew.
But they're cool.
Mark. Andrew who?
Andrew Masters. Maybe. I'm gonna Google stuff now.
Who could say?
Perhaps. Unless I'm mixing things up in my head.
I also, because I'm a big fan of the 1975, I like to watch a lot of the, because they produce and engineer a lot of their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch some of the videos that they do talking about
cool.
Their process.
Yeah.
Though
cool.
I meant to send you, what time is it?
Oh, do we have to end soon?
Oh, we're okay. We're at like 15 minutes or so.
Cool.
Though, I meant to send you a video of Maddie Healy saying that plugins are dumb.
I also like the Venus Theory guy. I forget his name. Like the Venus Theory guy. And there's something else I was going to say. Oh, Rick Beato. I like some of his videos. He's good. He's got to figure it out.
Highly recommend Mixcraft if you have great plugins and VSTs.
Cool.
And Cato, your voice is amazing. Did you ever do some dubbing work?
Oh my gosh. I've done some voiceover work, actually. But it's usually when the client doesn't want to pay for a voice actor.
Yeah.
I'm not a voice. You have the voice.
Well, I have a singing voice. I don't know that anyone wants
Evan
to
can
hear
sing.
me. I don't know if anyone wants to hear me talk.
I do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I like to hear you talk as well.
Thanks.
I wish Julian could talk.
Julian would be a good voice artist. Look at him. I love how his tongue's always out.
Yeah.
I don't know if people can see the awesome little tongue. Yeah. I don't know. What else? What else should we talk about? What's new? My chair's falling apart.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't know what else there's to say. Oh, my computer's been running fine. I got the new Mac Studio.
What's my vocal range? I'm an alto. I used to be able to tell you what my highest note that I could hit was. Mm-hmm. But if I say something now, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I can hit a high C, and that's going to be like so wrong. Mm-hmm. You know, I have no idea.
You haven't thought about it?
Well, I just don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I need to go back to my vocal coach and like get like a tune-up and remember. Like,
do you have any advice for vocalists?
Practice. go to a good vocal coach. I recommend somebody that teaches speech level singing, because you essentially want to be talking in the same way that you would sing. You're accessing the same parts of your like, you want to be using your diaphragm and connecting to it's hard to explain, but essentially it's like I could talk like this or I could talk like this. Like, so I try to talk, and you can kind of feel it on the roof of your mouth when you're activating your diaphragm and using your voice in a way that's not like destroying your vocal cords.
So like that strain feeling when you try to sing, like, and you're like not in the right spot.
Yeah, because you're kind of just like singing
I'm
from
so
your
bad
throat.
at singing.
It's just like getting away from singing from your throat. And yeah, my problem is like sometimes I just get a little nasally. So I need to like go to my vocal coach and every once in a while and get a tune-up. Is what I say. But yeah,
like an instrument. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is an instrument, but like, you know, like a physical outside your body instrument.
Right. And that's why I say like practice, like because your voice is like a muscle, so you got to go to the gym essentially. And I, you know, do like your vocal exercises and stuff, and sometimes I'm lazy about my vocal exercises, and so I'll just like put on songs and I'll do exercises to them using their melodies.
What's your like order of operations when you're practicing?
Just like first make sure that you're getting that connection, that you're singing from the right space. And then I'll usually try to, like, I'll do my exercises that help me get connected to that spot. So whether it be like lip rolls or scales or whatever.
Can you do a lip roll for us?
Like they're always so hard. Now I can't do it.
I literally did the same thing in front of my students the other day.
Yeah. It's always like, because then you smile and you're like...
Yeah. You can't do it when you're smiling. Can't do it either.
Yeah. So, and you want to like try and get it so that you're like... Yeah, like you're not getting like you're not getting so much air out. Like... Yeah.
I can't do it. I give up.
Yeah. Oh, and then I'll like start with a song that's like easier for me to sing, and then I'll push myself a little harder, and then I go back to an easier song, and then
cool.
I'm kind of there.
So sometimes it's like a warm up to the harder.
Sometimes I like to like put on a rap song and try to like one that I know all the words to, because it like gets your jaw and your lips and your tongue like moving. I find that can be really good as well.
Do you ever go for like a run around the building?
No, I don't run.
To like get the energy going?
No, because then it would like trigger my asthma probably.
And then you just be sad on the sofa. Yeah.
Are you talking about singing with your comfortable range and not using your false vocal cords? Yeah, so yeah, I'm essentially like an alto. I can sing in a higher range than an alto, but like that's my comfortable range where I like to, like where my voice feels strong or strongest. But I can hit notes that are outside of the alto range.
Yeah.
Our stream, we'll probably start streaming. I assume the music is gonna start at 5:30 Pacific Standard or Pacific Daylight. We're in daylight savings right now, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Pacific time essentially.
Yeah, California time.
Yeah. So
it'll probably be just before that then, right?
Yeah, I would say like it's probably gonna be around like 5:15 maybe. We might start streaming earlier than the music. I would assume we're gonna start streaming a little earlier than the music starts, just so that we're all prepared.
I might just use the GoPro mic too.
Yeah,
we were talking about that.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll see if I can run signal from the soundboard.
Yeah.
No promises, but maybe.
But yeah, we'd love to have you guys tune in.
Yeah.
From all around the world.
It'll be a fun experiment.
Yeah. It's
the first time I've been part of running one of these house concerts. So.
This is only my second house concert ever.
So. Is it? I was at your first one?
Wait, when did I play the first? Yeah, the one that I played with Lindsay White and Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played like a real.
That was fun. I liked that one.
Do I know solfege? I don't even know. I've never heard of that.
You don't know solfege?
What is that?
I'm gonna teach you solfege.
Solfege?
Yeah. I think it's like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Like that stuff.
Oh.
Unless I'm misunderstanding it and it's like a special singer thing.
I mean, that's just like scales, essentially. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
Then yes.
But there's like different cultures have different syllables that they'll use for different notes sometimes too. Like if you dig into like Indian music, they have different I have like a handout somewhere. And then instead they'll do like hand motion. I'm bad at it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's different ways of learning like rhythm and then melody things. So it's solfege is with melody, and then some of the hand motion stuff is with rhythm.
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of times like the scales that I do, because what vowels are what carry the sound, and consonants are what like project it out. Mm-hmm. So sight singing is a part of it, like this album. Okay.
Oh yeah. I had to do that in undergrad.
So like my vocal coach would pick, so we'd be doing a scale and she'd go, okay, like everything, you're gonna go me, and then ma, 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 and you'd go through all the vowels. To like in warm that scale. Each one up, right? Yeah, exactly. And so then there are some that are like harder than others. So yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of doing like the do, re, mi.
Yeah. I'm sure you've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did the type in undergrad, the sight singing with the solfege, where they'd show you like a piece and you'd have to sight read it. Oh. And so like it wouldn't necessarily say like the do, re, mi, fa, so like depending on the note, you just had to know from looking at the music.
Yeah,
and
I've
like
never
recall
done that
the pitch, but also recall the syllable. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
so.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah.
What time is it?
I think maybe it's time for us to get going. It's 5:03.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps I need to go pick my wife up soon.
So she's not stranded.
Yeah. Stranded at the office.
Well, unless there's any...
Is there any last minute
questions? Or thoughts?
Or concerns?
Yeah. Critique.
Questions,
feedback. Input. I don't know.
You all have been so lovely.
I'm like delirious lately.
This is probably why it's good that I'm gonna go home after, then you can just like relax.
Oh yeah.
You could just
I'm gonna put up holiday decorations. That's what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
And maybe do some homework.
Convince AJ to get a tree.
It's the story of my life. Yeah, I do want to get a tree.
Yeah.
But he's being a Scrooge.
You should put the little balloon unicorn on in your tree.
Yeah, I want to.
Put mine on.
I have a bunch of Christmas ornaments, like tree ornaments, and I'm just hanging them from my chandelier right now in the dining room.
David says do more.
Do more lives.
We could
do more.
Yeah.
This is
I invite myself to your lives.
I'm surprised. Yeah, you're always invited.
Yeah, we should do more lives.
I was gonna say you should
Plants
sing
and
something
lives.
for Plants and Lives. Oh, we wanna. Should we tell them about the jacket idea?
Oh yeah. We're gonna get jackets.
We're gonna get jackets that say one says Clance and the other says Imes, and then we're gonna swap them all the time.
So no one will ever know.
No one will know. That's our plan.
Yeah. I'm excited.
We say, as if we've done more than make a single beat.
A single song.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I'd say you should sing something for us, but I don't know how in tune my guitar is.